Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you are all well. So today we are going to discuss the 19th problem in the TLE Eliminator CP sheet, 800 rated problems. The problem name is unit array. So let's start. Let's read the problem statement first. Given an array A of length n, which elements are equal to -1 and 1, let's call the array A good if the following conditions are held at the same time. The sum of the elements is greater than equal to 0 and the product of the elements is 1. In one operation, you can select an arbitrary element of the array A and change its value to the opposite. That means if the element is -1, you can change it to 1. If it's 1, you can change it to -1. Determine the minimum number of operations you need to perform to make the array good. It can be shown that it is always possible. Let's first analyze the conditions. We will be given two elements, +1 and -1. We need the sum to be greater than equal to 0 and the product to be equal to 1. For the sum greater than equal to 0, the number of positive ones should be greater than equal to negatives, and for the product equal to 1, the negatives should be even. The number of negatives should be even. Then only will the product be 1, otherwise the product will be -1. So we just need to check the number of positives and negatives. Suppose if the positives are 4 and the negatives are let's say 7. So what we'll do is we'll perform one operation and convert one negative to the positive. So it will be 4 to 5 and 7 to 6. And again, now since this condition would be satisfied, however this condition will still not be satisfied. So again we'll perform one operation and it will be 6 and 5. Now this condition is satisfied, however this is not satisfied. So we'll perform one more and make it to this. So 3 operations will be required. 1, 1, 1. 3 operations to make the array good. That's all that we need to do in this code. So let's see a little bit of code. So we'll be taking the input n, that will be the size of the array. Then we'll input the array itself. While taking the input, we will have a positive and a negative count. We'll count that moment itself. Then we'll have a variable as answer, that will be initially 0. Then we'll run a loop till negative is greater than positive and negatives are odd. We'll increment our answer at each move. We will increment the positives and decrement the negatives. And in the end, we'll just print the answer. That is all we need to do in this code. Now let's move on to the coding part. So I have my boilerplate code here. We'll be given an n, that is the size of the array. We'll define an array of size n and we will take it as input. While taking it as inputs, we will count the positive ones and the negative ones. So positive 1 and negative ones. We'll assign both of them as 0. If AR out of I double equal to 1, that means it's a positive 1. Positive ones plus and otherwise negative ones plus. Now we will define an answer variable that's initially 0. We'll have a while loop given for the constraints that negative is greater than positive or negative is odd, double equal to 1. So we will add 1. So this is negative 1s and this is positive 1s and neg 1s. Okay, and we will decrement the neg 1s and we will increment the positive 1s. In the end, we will just print out the answer. \n. So, that's all we need to do in this code. Let's try it for the sample test cases now. It should be 1103.012. Yeah, the answer is correct. Now let's submit it. Paste and submit. Yeah, it got submitted. That means our approach and our solution is correct. I hope you understood the problem. Comment down what was your approach for solving the same problem. The solution link would be in the description section. Do check it out. Also, this is a playlist for all of the problems in the CP sheet. Do check out all the other problems as well. Like the video, subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends. Thank you.